everyone, Radhe Radhe. In this video, we're going to be doing chapter 15, verse 4. So let's call out to Krishna. It's going to be a short video because we've already covered the chapter in verse 3 because 3 and 4 are merged. So let's call out to Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Dear Bhagwan Shri Krishna, please give us opportunities so that for Sadhu Sangha and Hari Katha, so that we can actually understand that and build this deep desire to come back to you, to feel prem for you, and to access true real love that all of us human beings crave like mad, that I crave like mad. Please help us understand that absolute beautiful desire for Rajras, not for Dwarkadhish Rasa, but for Rajras, where there is so much prem for you that we forget that you are Supreme Personality of God, and we forget your Aishwarya, we forget Gyan. It's Gyan Shunya Ras. So please help us get to that level, and please help us by giving us whatever we need to get to that level. Okay, let's sing the verse. Tatah padam patat parimargitavyam yasmin gatana nivartanti bhuyah tameva chadyam purusham prapadye yatah pravrittihi prasrita purani. Okay, so the previous one was saying that the tree cannot be perceived. We cannot know what the tree is. We cannot understand where it begins or ends or what foundation is. But we must cut down. It is very, very important for us, even though it's very strongly rooted. We must cut it down with the weapon of detachment. So imagination was like we're just like blind and we're on the branches of the tree somewhere, and we have this weapon of detachment and we're just slashing away at it somehow or the other. We have no idea where it is, where the beginning is, where the end is, what is going on, what the foundation is. We don't know any of that, but we're just somehow desperately cutting it, trying to cut it, and we must cut it. It is important with determination that we must cut down the strongly rooted tree. Then the next verse, this verse is, thereafter one must seek that place from which having gone one never returns, right? We must then seek that place where we will never return from. We must get out of this material existence tree and surrender to God, from whom everything began and from whom everything has been extended since time immemorial. So we must surrender to that God. We must go where we don't return, and we must surrender to God. And so the Ramanand Rai conversation, that Sampad that was being talked about in that lecture yesterday that I attended, she was talking about this also, that surrender is one part. So she said the first step was Varnashram, that Ramanand Rai, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked this question, what is the ultimate perfection? And Ramanand Rai said, Varnashram, live according to your duties, husband, father, mother, wife, whatever. And then he said, no, that's external. What else? Then Ramanand Rai said, give your karma arpan, give your fruits of your work to Krishna, to God. He's like, yeah, that's also external. Then he was saying, I think third or fourth or something, but one of them was the surrender completely to God. And she was like, even that he rejected. I mean, he rejected everything basically. But surrender is good, and I'm not fully sure. I need to listen to this again, and I'm going to listen to this again. This is so important. I love it like mad. But she was saying that surrender is important, but it's still, I think it's a gateway. It's the doorway to the real stuff. Like until here, it's all external. The karma arpan and the varnashram is all external, and then there was something, and then we get to gyan shunya, which means like zero knowledge. And that's when prem starts, because then we're not thinking of God in the Aishwarya Bhav, like he's the supreme personality. We know that. But it's like she was giving an example of a straw in a huge pot of milk where you're making boiling milk to make kheer for 1,000 people. So it's a huge pot of milk and there's one little straw. So that straw is the knowledge that Krishna is supreme, but the rest of it is the prem that we have. So that prem covers the pot. We can basically not see the straw. We cannot find the straw anywhere in that pot. It's there. That knowledge is there, but it's just so covered with the prem. It's so drowned in the prem that we cannot see it. That I love that like mad. I love that like mad, like crazy mad. Wow. Okay. So yeah, so that's it for this basically. There's not much here. Let me read the there's a lot, but that's what I understood. Okay, so being situated in that true principle where we're using the weapon of detachment and searching for the true and cutting down the roots and wanting to search for the true objective, being situated in that true principle, the jiva is no longer covered over. From this original personality, the tendency towards this long prevailing material world expands. If you seek cessation of this tendency, then you should surrender. Right? So the tendency towards wanting the material world is there, but if we seek cessation, if we seek using the detachment, then we should surrender to Bhagwan Shri Krishna. So he's talking about surrender right now. He's not talking about prem. I don't know if in the Gita he ever talks about prem. He talks about Sharanagati or surrender. So to me, last night's lecture was super important because it explained that yes, this is a step, this is a very important step, and I think this is what she said is the gateway towards the prem. But that prem concept is not really spoken about in the Bhagavad Gita. It's much more confidential. It's spoken in this Srimad Bhagavatam. And then, of course, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, he gave us that prem. We are so lucky that we were not even born in Dwapar Yuga when Krishna was there or after Krishna was there. Because we understand this thing now, right? We were born in Kali Yuga. This is what there was an Amritanand Prabhu who lives here in Seattle. He said it once, and I crazy love that we're born after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came here. So we are able to access this understanding of prem, of Vrajras, of prem that exists in Vrindavan, which is like that, like the prem, the love, which is like the pot of boiling milk, where the straw is there, knowing God is the supreme personality of Godhead, like knowing Krishna is that. The Aishwarya is there, but it's like hidden so much under this boiling pot of prem that, this amazing. We're so lucky. We are so extremely lucky that we're here right now, that we're reading this Gita, and that we're in human form, and that we have this ability. Sometimes I'm walking around outside and I'm like just looking at the trees and the grass and imagining all of these as being white. Like I'm imagining myself as, I don't know how the soul looks like, but I'm just imagining a white light. And then all of these jivas, maybe hundreds and thousands of like insects or microbes or grass or trees or whatever all around me. And I'm imagining all of them as white lights, and I'm chanting, and I'm like, I hope this chant gets through to them somehow. I hope they can hear it. Even if they don't have ears, or even if they're like, as far as the eye can see, they're far away, they cannot actually hear the sound, but maybe the vibration, hopefully it will carry them there, so that in the next birth, just by hearing this once, maybe in the next birth they'll skip a few lifetimes, because there are 8.4 million species that we work through to get to human life. We're so lucky we're here right now, my goodness. And that too after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come here. So that we know about this Vrajras, which is not there even in the Gita. I'm repeating myself now, I guess, but I'm so excited. I'm really excited. We're so lucky. So yeah, I'm singing the Maha Mantra so that maybe they can skip a few lifetimes or a few progression things in their jiva and come to the human life quicker. So that they can be as lucky as this is so good, so amazing. Okay, that's it for this video. See you in the next video. We'll do chapter 15, verse 5, I believe. Yes, verse 5 in the next video. Wish you a day filled with lots and lots and lots and lots of Krishna prem, and just understanding the Gita and everything amazing that takes you towards the spiritual path that you want to go to. I am assuming Krishna prem because I really want to go there, but I'm assuming you also want to go there. But oh my goodness, yes, everything that you want. Radhe Radhe.